sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And the basket good. And the Nets lead by 16.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And he sinks the second. Brooklyn leading by 15. Thomas goes in. Pass to Kilpatrick. Thomas inside, covered by Mills. 8 feet away. Thomas, no good. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Left side, Leonard lets it go from 14. The second chance effort, and Spates gets it to go.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Thomas down low, covered by Mills. And that one's good. And it's 6 points for Freak.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And off the front iron, and in it goes. Thomas got 8.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding. A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And Doris Burke caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Doris?
Well, I asked him what strategy they were going to use at the offensive end, and he told me that they did not want to have to rely on their perimeter game. Instead, he plans to exploit what he described as a mismatch on the interior, saying, quote, "We have the talent inside to make things very difficult on them. We're going to use it." Kevin?
Thank you, Doris.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
1:02 left here in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Spates. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Young's got his second basket of the game.
They haven't been able to stifle him defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has. And they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Thomas down low, covered by Mills. And that one's good. And 12 points for Freak.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Mills, that's a two-pointer. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Thomas, here we go. 4 seconds left, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Thomas got 14 points.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality.
And LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise player on this team, without question. He talked about the
in every aspect, you know, it's a challenge.
Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Spates checked in for Aldridge. West comes in for Boris Diaw. Leonard, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Mills in for Manu Ginobili. Thomas in at point guard. Young is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. West kicks to Parker. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Here's Thomas, and Parker with the block. He kicks it to Spates. Pass to Leonard. The feed to Parker. And the dunk by West.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Outside Thomas. From the top of the key. And that one comes up a bit short. Leonard attacking. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And now just a 4-point Brooklyn lead. Parker against Thomas.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Coming off a terrific season. Second in three-point field goal percentage. 15th in scoring, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And, going back to what you said, he was runner-up in three-point accuracy last season because no one could get him out of his rhythm. Some fantastic numbers here for Speights. He's got 8 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Parker drives in. That's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Parker with the steal. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists tonight.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mills can't hit.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas. From deep, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's tough.
Kevin, we have Brook.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. A different look now for San Antonio. Speights checked in for Duncan. West comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Manu Ginobili. On the floor for San Antonio, Kawhi Leonard is out there with West. Then there's Anderson. Then there's Parker. And it's Speights in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Parker against Thomas. Shoots from 8. Rebound San Antonio. West has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Parker, and that one's good. Parker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Thomas passes to Hollis Jefferson. Thomas goes in, 11 feet away, drained for 2 points. Thomas got 16 points.
That is so tough to defend. He'll cross you over in a nanosecond. That move is next to unstoppable.
And that one's good. Parker.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Here's Thomas. Cans the 12-footer. 18 points for him.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Offline with his 3.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Thomas dishes to Young. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Another miss by Parker.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
A baseline J, and the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Spurs substitution.
Thomas goes in. The 11-footer. The shot is off. And as we end the third. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything.
On the court.
Here. Spurs leading by 15. Thomas, he's in at point guard. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then it's Thornton. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Spurs.
You're right, Steve. This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier. And now, Clark, they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win it easily.
I think this epitomizes the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance of never doubting your teammates, your coaches. This team stayed together. I really like what I've seen here tonight. They definitely earned this.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Parker. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And here's Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the...
David, what is it you like about the way this team is playing right now?
You know, we're just defending.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Tony Parker.
He really sparked them with his defense tonight. He was so active out there, both in the open court and in the half-court situation. If there were any careless passes, he took them and picked them off.
There must be something about playing on the road that...
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.